Good evening. Welcome to Comfort Habit number 2. My name is James Williams Jr. I'm 43 years old. I am a Kung Fu master. I am currently unable to perform Kung Fu due to a hip injury and replacement when I joined the service. Now, for those who are watching and have been watching, my 13 fans, let me thank you. Now, for those who are just joining me, I'm actually making this one as I'm looking for an agent. If you can get me any kind of acting work, voiceovers, actually martial art films, maybe a martial art choreographer, I am right here in Charlottesville, Virginia. Now let me explain the reason for the video, besides the fact I'm looking for an agent. Okay, a few years ago, a specific actor, who will remain nameless so that I don't get a lawsuit from a public figure, and besides, I'm sure he can afford a lawyer and I can't, came to Virginia with the promise of Hollywood East. And unfortunately, the studio there in Petersburg, which also will remain nameless, has not delivered. Now, why am I angry? Because 15 years ago, when I was healthy, and they arrived about that time, about 15 years ago, because I've been making movies since 2000, even the Year of the Dragon, actually, and I haven't been able to break into this film business. I have been on casting calls. I have been everywhere. They are not looking for someone who is half Native American and half black. They are not looking for someone who is short. So clearly I am not on this list. So now it's time for me to put this out here that if there is an agent willing to take me on, I am willing to do every work except for the following few things. I will not do any playing gay characters if it's offensive to gay people. No, don't want to offend anybody. I really don't want to offend races of any kind, but I will play the part after I have a good discussion with the director or the producers about film content. I will not do nudity unless I get to have a full on conversation with the actress and there's not more than 2 or 3 cameramen in the room. Mostly due to a fact that I would not like to talk about on here, but I will definitely talk to the agent in person. If you're out there and you can help me get work, I am at 512 Rougemont, Charlottesville, Virginia. Phone number and everything I will not reveal, but if you look on here, I will give you my cell phone number and my card, which has both my phone numbers on there. If you're not legit, don't waste my time, because you may have missed that part about me saying that I am a Kung Fu master, and I will find you. Oh, I forgot also that I am a veteran of the United States National Guard. Get a good look. Anyway, if you didn't get to see that, then I'm sorry. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about myself. All right, so I'm 5'3". I'm half China, half Cherokee, half black, and half white. Now, I'm about 120 pounds, maybe 125 pounds, and I have been doing Kung Fu since I was 7 years old. The movie genres that I would prefer to be in, besides voice acting, I'll take anything. I'll even talk like a little girl. But anyway, um,
Because I can disguise my voice.
um, I will take any kind of voiceover acting. Yeah, as long as my paycheck is green, fly me out to LA, give me a couple of days in the hotel, let me work, fly me back home. Uh, for the movie genres that I would prefer to be in, it has to be science fiction, kung fu, or scary. And preferred in the order of kung fu, scary, and then science fiction. Yeah, because those are the things that I'm into. And when you're in your element, you can't really screw that up. I don't think I can do comedy very well, but I'll give it the college try. No drama. Unless I get to be on Days of Our Lives. I will do Days of Our Lives, even if it's just for like 1 week. That will be fine. As long as I don't have a whole big role or a big story, a cameo would be fine. I would be happy with just making a run through, maybe talking like for 4 seconds or whatever. But mind you, I will be nervous because I haven't had done any really big stuff. Most of the projects I have done have been my own projects because there aren't a lot of Native Americans or black characters that are being written. So in that, I would like to state that, if I had the resources I need, I would never have to work. because I have people who are more than willing to work with me. My whole crew's in every one of my films, and they have doubled as cameraman and co-director. All right, so my films, The Dragon's Breath is coming. It was my first film. My film, Fallen Dragons is actually my first film, and Fallen Dragons is actually coming. I'm a little nervous, so forgive me, because I don't know how many people are going to see this. Dragon's Breath is missing in action, so I don't really know where that is, but I do have it somewhere on a disc. At least I think I do. And I made The Path of Ascension, which is like probably the only one on here, and then The Guardians of the Earth, which is based off the Path of Ascension characters that got a miniseries. So if you guys can get me an agent, I'm more than willing to redo almost everything except for Fallen Dragons because I have contract negotiations for even though it's been 16 years and the people in the film probably don't remember me. I can't make another movie without buying them out or paying them off or having them in the film according to the contract that I had them sign. That way, you know, they worked for free, and I want to thank them all so badly, and I'm sorry that I have failed them. So now, I'm begging you guys for an agent. If you have an agent out there that's willing to give me a shot, I'm more than willing to take it. Or if I may quote Danny DeVito in whatever movie it was so many years ago, and they asked him, what would you be willing to do? And he says, if you give me a check, I'll be willing to cash it. Hey, Danny DeVito, I'm more than willing to work. If Sunny in Philadelphia is still on, I live in Charlottesville. That's like 9 hours away. I'm more than willing to come up, work, and come back. I wanted to work in Virginia for the simple fact that both my parents weren't in the greatest of health. My father recently passed away last year, so you know I only have one living relative that's not in the greatest of health. She's breathing, so she's okay. But you know I want to be able to work on the East Coast so that if anything goes wrong, I'd rather have an 8-hour car drive to my mom than a 10-hour flight that won't get here in time. You know, because it could be a 2-hour flight from like New York to freaking Virginia. Also, back on that studio, you know, the studio is why I made the movie because the studio told me to go make a movie, and then they told me they didn't do kung fu movies, and that studio has also distributed and produced kung fu movies after telling me that they did not do that. Now, they produced The Expendables, so you can go ahead and find out what studio I'm mentioning. But you know, for Virginia has lots of places to film, lots of places, good people, great places, and the actors here like to work here. We want to work here because we're closer to home, and we want to be able to get to our homes if something goes incredibly wrong, if our parents have some kind of issue, and that's why I really want to work here. I'm not saying I won't work in LA. I'm not saying I won't work in Florida. I'm not saying I won't work in New York. Hell, if I'm working wherever you send me, I'm more than willing to work. Again, my name is James Williams Jr. This is Comfort Habit number 2. Please, somebody contact me in any kind of agency. My name is James Williams Jr. This is Comfort Habit number 2. Be seeing you.